This conference will now be recorded.
So yesterday we are learning about item model group and then inventory valuation. Okay, go to item model group. So inventory management, setup, inventory, item model groups. Okay, so in this item model group we have a major inventory valuation methods are FIFO, LIFO, weighted average. So if you click on here, of course there are 7 different methods are there. There are 7 different methods are there. So first let us focus on FIFO, LIFO and weighted average. These are we are learning. So if it is a FIFO method, yesterday let me copy the information from yesterday and we'll do the verification on this area. So let me copy this one. Let me paste. So if it is FIFO method, the first in first out for the inventory valuation, that means first to purchase invoice, whatever the stock is there, that will be removed from the inventory valuation. So 8 quantity it was stored, so 8 is decreased from this lot. So remaining 2 quantity, 2 multiplied 100, 200 plus 1200, total together 1400 it should come. If it is a FIFO method. Okay, that's what we will verify in the system. How it is calculating, let us understand. Let us understand the valuation of this method. So to understand this one, what I'm doing, I'm creating a new item and I will do the same. I will purchase these items and I will sold these items and I will verify what is going on. Okay, released products. Just give me a minute. Services are running or not, let me verify. This is running. Let me stop this batch so that the application will be faster. Okay. So first I will create one item. Let me create one item. So already some items are created. Let me create like that one item. Let me verify already how many items it was created earlier. Then I will create a new item. So up to FIFO 6 is available. Let me create FIFO 7. Any item you can create. I'm just creating FIFO 7. Okay, I'm creating one item called FIFO 7. Selecting item model group FIFO and item group, anything you can select. Okay, the purchase price, I will not enter anything because if I enter, I may forget to that one. So I'm not entering any prices. I'm clicking on OK. This is a new item got created, FIFO 7. Okay, I will purchase this material by creating purchase order. I will do product receipt and invoice. Give me a second. So let me create a purchase order. You can do purchase order from procurement and sourcing module or accounts payable module. You can do from accounts payable module or procurement and sourcing module. Any module you can do it. Purchase orders, all purchase orders. So before this, if you verify on-hand inventory, manage inventory, on-hand inventory, it will be blank, nothing here. It is blank. Okay, so now what I will do, I will create a purchase order. Click on new button. Select any vendor. Just give me a minute. Srihari, are you able to join now? Srihari, are you joined? Just give me a minute. Just a minute. Okay, I'm creating a purchase order. Select any vendor, no problem, that is fine. Give me a second. It is loading. It is searching for 100. It is not allowing me to enter 1006. Okay, now it was entered. Site and warehouse. Click OK. Select the item FIFO 7. FIFO 7, whatever it is there, I'm selecting. Click OK. So now 10 quantity at the rate of 100. So I have created a purchase order. Now if you verify on hand, refresh, you know already the ordered quantity will be updated. Ordered in total will be updated. Let me verify whether it is saved or not. It is saved. If you verify on hand inventory, it will show ordered in total 10 quantity. Now, if you go to search name, 347 search name, if you click on here, then one more screen is opened. So here also ordered in total it is showing, available for reservation, ordered quantity also we can do the reservation. So it is showing total available this quantity. Now look at this one, physical cost amount is 0. Physical cost amount is 0. Now I'm doing confirmation. So with this confirmation, it will validate the budget funds available, yes or no. I mean to say budgets are available or not. Okay, now budgets are not enabled, not configured for this ledger accounts, no issues. So through confirmation, there will not be any changes in the on-hand inventory. It will be the same. There is no changes. I'm doing product receipt now. Receive tab, generate area page, product receipt. So I'm updating product receipt number and the date. Click OK. Now, if you go to on-hand inventory, so we did product receipt, then physical cost amount will be updated. Look at this one, physical cost amount will be updated and physical inventory will be updated and ordered in total will be removed. Let me show you. If I'm refreshing this one, physical cost amount is updated. Physical cost amount is updated. Received, that is 10 quantity received. Available physical 10. Available physical 10. So total for reservation 10 available. Now, if you remember, let me go to item model group. Inventory management, setup, inventory, item model group. Always I told you financial negative inventory should be selected. Okay, now in this position, suppose if I sold, I mean to say if I created a sales order packing slip then definitely I will sell these items more than the cost price of the item. I will sell, suppose this 10 quantity I'm selling now. Now, what will be the price of the item? It may be around above $100. Then it will be $120, suppose, or $200. Then it will be minus 2000 should be updated. So here it will update minus 2000. That means it should update minus 1000. That's what physical this one. Financial negative inventory. Financial negative inventory means here whatever it is received, I can sell this item more than the purchase price or cost price. Understood? That is this one. So I will discuss once again if you want further later tomorrow. Okay, let us proceed. Now, if you do product receipt, in the on-hand inventory, search name, in the on-hand details, search name, the physical cost amount is updated, but cost price is not updated. Cost price is not updated. Okay, cost price will be updated at the time of invoice. Let me do invoice tab, generate area page, invoice button. So I'm entering invoice number, invoice date, update mass status is passed. Now click on post. Actually, always here the previous step should be the best practice. Means product receipt quantity should be selected. Usually, that is the best practice always. Click OK. Update mass status passed, then post. Now verify what is the price. So on hand inventory is updated already. Now if you do invoice, what happens? If you do invoice, the physical cost amount will be decreased and financial cost amount will be updated and cost price will be updated. Let me show you. Refresh. Now financial cost amount is updated, cost price is 100. How it is coming? 100 means 1000 total financial cost amount divided by total quantity. So total financial cost amount divided by physical inventory, whatever it is there, that will be the cost price of the item. So now cost price is 100. Now the cost price is 100. Any doubt in this one till now? Can anyone unmute whether you are able to hear my voice clearly, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Now we are I'm creating one more purchase order as discussed here. I'm creating one more purchase order invoice with 120. So any vendor is fine. It is not like one specific vendor. Any vendor it is fine, because I may not purchase from the same vendor. There is a chance like from different vendors I may purchase. Now I'm selecting FIFO 7. Ten quantity at the rate of 120 I'm purchasing. At the rate of 120 I'm purchasing. Click save button. Now if you go to on hand inventory, now we have created another purchase order. So ordered in total will be updated here, 10 quantity. So available physical 10, ordered in total 10, total 20 will be updated here. And here also total available 20, it will be available. Look at this one. I'm clicking on refresh screen. So cost price is not updated anything. It is same. This is 1000 divided by physical inventory. It is 100. Let me do a confirmation. Let me do a confirmation. And then receive tab, generate area page, product receipt button. Product receipt number. It is mandatory because the vendor dispatch document number. Click OK. Now if you do product receipt, if you verify on hand inventory, the expected result is here. It will update 1200. 1200 will update. Look at this one. If I refresh, it is 1200, but still it is showing cost price 100 because the financial amount is 1000 divided by 10, invoiced quantity 10, invoiced quantity 10 only, this one, posted quantity 10. So 1000 divided by 10, it is 100. Cost price is not updated as the second purchase order is not invoiced, so it was not considered at all for the cost price. Okay, now I'm doing invoice tab, generate area page, invoice button. I'm completing invoice. Update my status. Past. So before going to post, actually business people, they will click on totals and they will validate the amount received invoice copy is tallying with this one or not. If it is differences are there, you are going to learn in the next session. If it is differences are there, how to handle it. If it is any discrepancies are there. Okay. So now it is received copy, invoice copy, and whatever we are entering the same, there is no issue, and we are posting. So always best practice is previous step you can select. The previous step is product receipt. Click post. Now if you go to on hand inventory, if you refresh, then what happens, that 1200 is updated here. So already now earlier it is 10, now it is posted quantity 20, means invoice quantity 20. So 2200 divided by 20, it is 110. It is 110. Total financial cost amount divided by posted quantity 20. So it is 110. Now as per our one example, I will do sales order invoice for 8 quantity. As per FIFO item, the value should be, inventory value should be 1400. Remaining quantity, if once it is completed. Let me do it now. I'm creating a sales order invoice, accounts receivable module or sales and marketing module. Either one you can do it. Orders, all sales orders. The sales order can be opened from sales and marketing or accounts receivable module. So click on new. Let me select any customer. Any customer is fine. Give me a second. It is not updated with the entry, last entry. Click OK. Any customer is fine. Let me select site and warehouse. Click OK. Select the item. FIFO 7. Suppose 8 quantity at the rate of 200. At the rate of 200. Now total 1600 amount. I have created a sales order. Now if you verify on hand inventory, if I refresh, what happens? Can anyone help me? Where it will be updated?
Sir, here deducted will be 8 in physical inventory.
Where it will be updated? In this fields?
In physical inventory, deducted will be 8.
No, actually I have created only sales order created, not done. Packing slip is not done, only created.
On order.
Only it will be on order in total. On order in total will be updated. If we refresh, it is on order in total is updated because I have not done packing slip. Okay, now let me do packing slip. Pick and pack tab, generate area page, post packing slip. So click OK. So packing slip is updated now. So it is asking for printout, no problem. I don't want printout. I'm proceeding without printout. Okay, give me a second. I think I have selected by mistakenly. Oh, credit management. Give me a minute. I have enabled some credit management functionality. Let me remove that credit management. Give me a second. But let me proceed. There is a blocking rules functionality which is available in this one. Let me remove that one for time being. Future management, credit management. Otherwise, for every transaction, it will stop me. So we'll see this one later if you want. Anyhow, I think I have discussed with another batch, not with this batch. Okay, I will discuss with you this one later. So this credit management, I'm disabling now for time being. Even though I need to finish it, this credit management function. So go to credit management. So release, auto release. I'm posting this one. So what is this? We'll discuss later. Let me click OK. So please remind me, most probably after 2 days or 3 days, most probably by Thursday or Friday, I will discuss with you what is this credit management. Okay, it was updated now. So the now packing slip is updated. Okay, so there is a in between small hurdle. It is credit management. Okay, updated now, posted. Now let me know what happens. Now packing slip is updated. Packing slip is updated. Then what happens here in this screen with your knowledge? Please, can anyone? Packing slip is updated means what happens?
Physical inventory will be reduced.
Yeah, physical inventory will be decreased. Reduced. Okay, and here physical cost amount also will be updated. Okay, if you refresh, it is minus 880. This is financial negative inventory. This is financial negative inventory. That's what I told you. Always financial negative inventory is required because it is financial amount. Here also financial amount. Here also financial amounts, but a negative value. Okay, fine. That is the reason always we need this checkbox. Fine. Now it is available quantity 12 only. Available quantity 12 only. Let me finish invoice. Give me a minute. Let me do invoice. Invoice tab, generate area page, invoice button. So click OK. Click OK. Now, if you verify on hand inventory, refresh, what happens? It will decrease from here. Now 1320 divided by 12, it is 110. Actually, as per our process, it should come, if it is a FIFO, it should be 1400, but it is showing 1320. For this item model group, we have mapped FIFO. So not only this name, we have mapped FIFO model. As per the FIFO model, the inventory valuation should be 1400. Am I right? 1400. But it is showing 1320, which is wrong. Understood? This is not correct. As per the model FIFO, as per the item model group FIFO calculation, it should be, the amount should be 1400. The amount should be 1400. So to correct it, as per the inventory valuation, we need to run closing and adjustment. Closing and adjustment process you need to execute. So what do you mean by this one? Means inventory management, collapse all, periodic tasks, closing and adjustment. So here there are two methods. One is close procedure, close inventory. This is the one we need to execute. This one and recalculation, both are same, 95% same, but I'm not running this one. Instead of this one, we need to execute in real-time scenario. I'm not executing this one, I'm executing for this one. Recalculation, both are same, slight difference is there. Thin layer, what is that thin layer? I will discuss with you later. I'm clicking on recalculation. Now select the item, it is FIFO 7. So I'm doing filter by FIFO 7. Click OK. And then click OK. No problem. Okay, sorry, now it is bad job, my bad luck. I need to open this bad job. So it will take some time. I did not remember this one, so no problem. It will take, we need to wait for 2-3 minutes patience, because the batch job, it is without batch job, it will not execute. So earlier it is running, I have stopped. I did not remember this one. Let it be process. It will take a minute or 2 minutes. Let me take one more duplicate. and let me go to bad jobs. So system administration, inquiries, bad jobs. So many people, some people, they will use the word search here. Don't use that one. So if you start using this one, you will not habituate these paths and you will confuse like where it is available. So always while learning, try to learn the path only. Don't use this one search. Okay. So let me select by close. So it was stopped actually. 1 minute. Close inventory. Yeah. Okay. This is old date. Give me a second. Whether this is completed or not, let me verify. Still bad job is executing. This bad job server should be enabled, then only it will work. So if you map FIFO or LIFO or weighted average, any method, if you map FIFO or LIFO or weighted average, any method, if you map it, it will calculate running average. You need to run this closing and adjustment process, then the differences will be posted to one ledger account. It will be posted to different account. So the differences will be posted at the time of if you run this one. So closing and adjustment process is most important for both finance consultant and T&L consultant. T&L consultant is responsibility. Finance consultant is need to verify with the stores department whether they are executing or not. I mean to say, in real time scenario, accounts department need to check periodically this stores people are executing or not. Otherwise, it is a bad job. You can execute periodic bad job. I will show you that one, where it is and how it is. Okay, now it is processed. So refresh. Instead of starting, it should be running. So whenever you are verifying, try to open this one. Okay. Now it is running. Fine. Now let me go back, bad jobs. So let me execute once again, recalculation. So for this item, and recalculation up to date is also wrong. Let me execute for tomorrow, because actually this is 20th February. That is fine, no issues. Any date, I'm clicking OK. So if you refresh, initially it will show you cross mark. Give me a minute, it's loading now. Let me verify the batch job. Now it is running. So this is not close job, it is recalculation job. This is small mistake, I did it. Give me a minute. It is not, because I'm not executing close, I'm executing recalculation. As I told you, the difference between recalculation and this one, I will give you explanation later. So now it is in USMF, it is batch jobs are executing. Let it be processed. Okay, now if you verify closing and adjustment, it will show you one cross error, because the closing process is in process. It is in process. Once it is completed, it will show you checkbox. Okay, as long as it is executing, it will show you red circle. Once the batch job is completed, once the batch job is completed to 100, it is recalculate inventory. It should be 100%. Once this batch job is 100%, then only it will show you. Now it is completed. Once it is completed, if you go back to the on-hand inventory, it is 1320 will be changed to 1400. Look at this one. It was became 1400. 1400 divided by posted quantity 12, it is 116.67. Now the cost price is updated with 1400, like 116.67, it is 1400. So inventory closing is must and should, you need to execute. Understood? Any questions here?
Sir, how often we have to run this?
So
Okay.
this one based on the business, so they can execute this recalculation every day also. Run background, recurrence, Recurrence. Here you can map the batch job. After business hours, you can schedule this one evening at 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock. The batch job will be executed automatically. You need not to do anything. Whether you want to make it every day, every weekly, every bi-weekly, every monthly, at least you need to execute. At least monthly. But I saw many clients, they forgot because this is stores people or logistics people need to execute, and it is impacting finance because on-hand inventory value in finance is showing wrong. I saw few clients, not all, few clients, even they are not executing inventory closing from last 2 years. From last 2 years, 3 years, it is not, they are not executing. Then what happens to the valuation? The inventory valuation is going wrong. The inventory valuation is going wrong. If they verify the profitability of the cost price of the item, profitability and everything, it is completely wrong. They have verified reports, it is wrong. The reason behind, they have not executed because no one has informed or taught about this inventory closing. So the reason behind why the problem is here, stores people responsibility and finance team accountability. Finance team accountability. Okay, so that is, they need to verify. They need to verify. Understood? So it is coordination between accounts department and then finance department versus stores or stores department of whatever, whoever it may be. So to whom you are giving responsibility, those persons need to show. Otherwise, like suppose if I'm generating trial balance report, in the trial balance report, if we verify on hand inventory 140200 or 140100, the ledger accounts, it will show you wrong balances. Any task, if it is 2-3 persons are doing, what they will do, like they will throw on opposite person always rather than together. Okay, so it is, if it is always together, then it will be success. If it is, if you are throwing between one person to another person, it will never ends. So closing and adjustment process is must, whether you want to make it daily, weekly, bi-weekly, fortnight or monthly, your wish. At least monthly once it should be executed. At least once it should be executed. So recalculation and this one is almost the same. You can map this one or you can map this one. Usually we will map this one. The difference I will explain you in after a few minutes. I will discuss with you, or tomorrow we'll discuss once again. So this recalculation should be executed periodically. Now for this one, there is a one voucher posted. If you look at this one voucher, the difference $80, 1320, 1400. The difference $80 was posted one voucher. So how it was posted means, if you go to from where it is the settings, inventory closing, inventory adjustment journals. So inventory management, collapse all, setup, inventory, item groups, here inventory tab, in this inventory issue, loss, inventory receipt, expenditure. So if it is increasing the value of the inventory, then these two accounts will be posted. If you are decreasing the value, these two accounts will be posted. The same thing you can see from here also, posting. So from here also, inventory tab, the same. Issue means decreasing the inventory value. Receipt means increasing the value. Now this account, and this account will be posted. Okay, 140,100 will be posted. So plus $80 and the trial balance is updated. So inventory valuation is wrong if you are not executed. If you are not executed this like inventory closing process, then it is going wrong. So the plus or minus whatever it is there, it is updating through this inventory closing process. Understood? Any questions in this area? First, minimum basic setup you need to understand. This is inventory costing. Inventory costing. Any questions? So this should be learned by finance consultant and logistics consultant, because even though it is responsibility for T&L consultants, but finance consultant need to verify their data. So trial balance you need to verify, financial reports, trial balance, balance sheet. If you are generating reports at that time, it should show perfect values rather than wrong values. Okay, fine. Now you understood this one. Now let me show you LIFO. Okay, so now what I'm doing, at the time of physical cost amount, cost price is not updating. Cost price is not updating. Now, if you enable this checkbox, include physical value, if you enable this checkbox, then what happens? Physical cost amount, this cost price will be included while doing the calculation. Okay, first let me show you normal, and then we'll verify different scenarios. Okay, first let me map LIFO and let me show you. Let me create a new item quickly. Now you are clear like how to do it. So let me do one LIFO item and let me show you. Otherwise, do one thing, LIFO you can do it by yourself, and I will take weighted average. One more item, weighted average. This one, moving average. This is moving average. This is weighted average. Okay. I'm taking periodic weighted average. Give me a minute.
Sorry, you have selected weighted average date.
Sorry. Let me verify WAH. Is it there or not? If it is not created, let me create weighted average. Okay. Let me select weighted average. Okay. Now I'm creating item with weighted average. Item group, item model group, so click OK. Okay, weighted average. Now I'm creating a purchase order. If you verify on hand inventory, it is blank. It is blank. Let me quickly do one purchase order. So this exercise you need to do a lot. Okay, everyone need to do this inventory valuation process with your hands. If you do with your hands, then only you will understand this process completely. Okay, so only listening will not help you. Only listening will not help you. You need to do practice with the system, particularly for inventory valuation. Okay, let me select a vendor. Any vendor is fine, no issues. But remember that vendor currency should be US dollars. Let me map for this. I think it is not there. 1005. Let me verify. Because I don't want different currencies. If it is currencies different, it will work. But if you want to understand, it is a little bit complex to you. That is the reason I'm selecting US dollars only. Okay. Let me select site and warehouse. Click OK. The same procedure I'm proceeding now with weighted average item. Select the weighted average item. For understanding purpose, I'm creating weighted average like this. Otherwise, it is not required. You can create any item. Okay, you can create any item. But for understanding purpose only, I'm just writing that weighted average, product name, item number also weighted average I'm creating for understanding purpose. 100. Let me do a confirmation quickly. So what is this error message?
Approved vendor issue.
So what is the solution? I don't want warning messages.
You have to add this vendor as an approved vendor for the.
We can map the no check.
Okay, fine. So we need to go to purchase fast tab, approved vendor. I don't want warning. I want no check. Okay, so that it will not throw any error message. You know already this one. So next time onwards, it will not throw any error message. I would like to purchase this item from any vendor. Okay. Now let me do a confirmation. If you verify on hand inventory, it will show you ordered in total. It will show you ordered in total the quantity. Okay, I'm doing receive tab, generate area page, product receipt. So I'm entering product receipt number. This number is not in our control. Vendor dispatch document number. In real-time scenario, vendor, whatever the document number he has given, that number you need to enter. Whenever vendor is dispatching material, that number. If you go to on-hand inventory, weighted average. So now, if you refresh, it will update 10 is received, physical cost amount 100, cost price is 0. Cost price is 0. This we understood half an hour back or 1 hour back. Okay, now I'm doing invoice. Generate area, invoice button. Invoice number, invoice date, update mass status, should be passed. Now click on post button. So once it is invoiced, if you go to on-hand inventory, if you refresh, 1000 and the cost price is 100. So the posted amount, posted quantity, 1000 divided by 100, 1000 divided by 10, it is 100. Now, as per the process, the second purchase order I'm doing, so 1006 something I'm selecting. Any vendor is fine, but that vendor should be US dollars only. Okay, that you need to make sure, because if it is different currency, exchange rates will be there, different values are there. It is little bit confusion to your mind. That's it. Now selecting the item, weighted average, ten quantity. Now the same 120 price we have received. Next time we have received at 120. Purchase tab, confirmation. Receive tab, generate here a page, product receipt. Product receipt. Click OK. Now if you verify on hand inventory, it is 20 and this is 1200, it is 1000, it is 100 only. Now I have not received invoice. I have not received invoice. I have not received invoice. Invoice is pending from the vendor. Now I am doing sales order. So this case is we have not received invoice copy. It may happen, am I right? Vendor may be delayed to send the invoice copy. Now I'm doing invoice, like I'm doing packing slip. Just give me a minute. It is searching for 002 US dash searching, but it is not there. Let me finish now. Now it will be okay, because system is not giving opportunity to complete the entry. So now I have entered. Click on 11. So I'm selecting the item, weighted average 2. Suppose 8 quantity. At the rate of 200. Save. Now pick and pack tab, generate area page, post packing slip. Click OK. Click OK. Now if you verify on hand inventory, what happens? It will update with -8, and will update with minus. Look at this one. Packing slip updated. Now if you verify, if you refresh, it is decreased 800, and this is cost price is 100. 12 minus 8, sorry, 20 minus 8, it is 12. So deducted quantity but not invoiced. So out of 10 quantity, this is total 20 quantity, 10 quantity invoiced, 10 quantity received, 10 quantity invoiced, 10 quantity received, total 20 quantity. Out of 20, 8 quantity deducted, packing slip is updated. Okay, so 1200 minus 800 is 400. Now is it a weighted average calculation? So my intention is it weighted average also calculating properly? Yes or no?
No.
Is it? No, it is running average. It is running average. Let me complete the invoice. Let me complete the invoice. Generate invoice button. Click OK. Click OK. This is printing. Without printing, I want to post. Yes, no problem. in real time scenario, it is must you need to take a printout. Okay, now if you verify on hand inventory, refresh, it is showing 1200 physical cost amount. It is 1000 minus 800. It was 200, 10 quantity. The amounts and weighted average cost price is not updated properly. Agree? Is it weighted average calculating properly?
No.
No. My intention is weighted average also, if it is, many people will think like if I map weighted average, this closing is not required. No. Even though weighted average also values are going wrong, if you are doing plus minus, if you, because we are verifying single transaction with single purchase order, single sales order, it is fine. If it is a huge data, a little bit, you need to put your all your efforts to understand better. Okay, so even weighted average also going wrong. It is calculating running average. Okay, for understanding purpose, if you go to sales order, invoice, journals, invoice, invoice, if you click on invoice voucher, invoice, this one, it will show you the profitability, contribution margin, contribution ratio. It will show you some value. Okay, now I have received invoice copy, vendor invoice I have received. Let me go to the purchase order invoice, accounts payable. If you run this one, now let me run this inventory closing process. Let me show you if it is any impact or not. Filter. I'm selecting weighted average item. Click OK. So click OK. OK. Refresh. It is created with the cross mark. Refresh. The green checkbox will come automatically after some time. You know the batch job, as long as the batch job is executing, it is going on. It may take 1 or 2 minutes. Let it be finished. I will okay, fine, it was finished. Now if you verify the voucher, there is no voucher, no impact. But now if you do purchase order invoice, the pending invoice, whatever it is there, now I have received invoice copy. The pending invoice is received. This is last actually received status, because I have not received invoice copy. Now I have received invoice. So let me do invoice tab, generate area page, invoice button. Update match status. Past. Now click on post button. Okay, now invoice is posted. If you verify on hand inventory, the physical cost amount will be removed and financial cost amount will be updated. This is wrong. Agree with me? It is not a FIFO calculation. It is weighted average method, but it is calculating FIFO calculation. Agree with me? Everyone, this item is weighted average, but the valuation is showing FIFO. Agree?
Yes, yes.
This is wrong. So now if you go to closing and adjustment, and if you run this one, recalculate, click OK. This is okay. Refresh. Now it is initially cross mark. Let it be processed. I will be back in 1 minute, please. Okay, I'm back. Now if you refresh the screen, now it will be tick mark is showing properly, means everything is correct. Everything is correct. Now if you verify on hand inventory, it will be changed to 1320. Now it is 110. So even weighted average also will be changed. And now the contribution ratio, this is not relevant for you. It will be changed. This is not here. The contribution ratio, it is profitability margin calculations. It was updated like 720 margin. Margin is earlier it is 800. Now it is 720. Contribution ratio and the sales order process to be updated. And remember, the posted voucher will not be changed. If you go to the voucher, the invoice voucher, whatever it was posted, it is 800 only, but not 880. The deducted value, it will not be changed. but internally contribution ratio it will be changed, means the profit, the profitability. So out of 1600, 720 is the profit. Earlier it is 800 profit, now it is 720, and contribution ratio it is 45% profit. It will update. So my intention is even weighted average calculation also going wrong. That is running average it is calculating, but not weighted average. It is calculating running average, the values, some different average it is calculating. So you need to execute inventory closing process. This inventory closing and adjustment process you need to execute even though the item is weighted average. Agree with me? Any questions or any confusion, anything, please let me know.
Yes, sir. Sir, so I have one question. That so we have to do the manual calculation for every for FIFO or LIFO, because here we can see in every scenario we are getting error on the cost amount, right? And we have to do the closing and adjustment. So real time scenario as well, it's happening regularly, or like we are.
It will happen for real time scenarios also. It will happen like this only. So that is the reason every day or every week or every fortnight you need to map the recurrence, the batch job after business hours. So map the time like 10 p.m. IST or 11 p.m. So if you map this recurrence like every day one time, and this starting date and ending date, if you want ending date you can map up to December 2022, like this, whatever it is, up to 2023 I can map and I can click OK. If this happens, then it will execute every day at this time. Understood?
Okay. And that manual calculation part, what about that?
Manual the calculation is automatically calculating. You need not to do anything. This calculation is executing automatically. If you run this one, am I right? If you execute this one, if you are executing this one automatically, so why you need to do one by one? This is for understanding purpose. I'm doing calculation in the notepad and I'm showing you once you execute this inventory closing. Am I right?
Yes.
So that is not required now. This is for your understanding purpose. What is going on in the inventory, you need to understand. Am I right?
Yes. So how
So
we are going to know that the cost amount is showing in our data is correct or it's incorrect? Then we have to do the closing and adjustment.
exactly, that's it. If you run the closing and adjustment process, that is enough. System will take care about the process perfectly.
Okay, so for each and every process we have to do the closing and adjustment for our safety purpose.
For see, while doing this recalculation, now let me explain you. Yeah, I understood your question. It is not required to select item, remove this item, then it will execute for FIFO, LIFO, weighted average, every process. It will execute for all items. We don't select FIFO or LIFO or item. We will not select item in real time scenario. We will not select. We'll do like this. That means whether it is a FIFO model, whether it is a LIFO model, whether it is a weighted average, any item model group, whatever it is there, it will execute as per that process and it will be processed. You need not to select one by one. That is the reason, if you look at this one now in recalculation, we are able to select item for understanding purpose. We are able to select item. But whereas if you go to inventory closing, that means actual process, close procedure, close inventory. In this, you don't have option to select item. You don't have option to select. In real-time scenario, you will not select any filter. Why we are selecting filter? To understand what is going on. That is the reason I'm applying this one and I'm showing the voucher and everything. But in real-time scenario, we will not select any item specific. If you want to do one by one item, it is very complex, am I right? How much time it will take? Suppose 2000 items are there. Can I do 2000 items to 2002 times? 2000 times, can I do it?
No.
So I will not select any item. If I remove this one, then it will execute for all items.
Okay.
Understood? If you remove that item, it will be executed for all items. Where it is a FIFO, if it is a mapped FIFO, as per the FIFO method, what is the calculation it should execute? If you map LIFO, as per the LIFO method, whatever that is calculation should be executed, it will execute. If you map weighted average, it will be weighted average. Whatever the methods you have, that will be executed automatically by the system. You need not to worry about that one. It will calculate. But for understanding purpose, you need to create one item and you need to verify how is going on. Got it?
Yes, sir. Fine.
So now yesterday I have told you like some other calculations. That's what now I have shown. Even weighted average also not correctly posting, because we will not receive in a structured manner, like once it is purchase order is created, then product receipt, and then once it is invoiced only, we will not deliver the material. Sometimes invoice may not be received by the vendor, from the vendor. So then I need to do dispatch customers. I need to dispatch the material to the customers even though invoice is not received. At that time, even weighted average calculations also going wrong. Even the weighted average calculations are also going wrong. So many people will think like if it is a weighted average, it is not required. No, it should be executed for a weighted average calculation also. You need to run a closing and adjustment process. Okay, now what is the difference between recalculation versus close inventory? Just now I have shown in this option to select specific item. Here no option to select. Option is not available. Option is not available to select. That is the two difference between these two. Along with this one, if you are running this inventory calculation today, suppose today is 28th Feb. I have executed inventory calculation, recalculation. Now, if I want to post an invoice on 28th February, it will allow you. But suppose I have executed example 28th February, 28th Feb 2022. I'm executing inventory closing. Okay, if I run this one, suppose if I run this one now on 28th, suppose today it is 1st of March, I'm executing for that 28th February 2022. I have executed the inventory closing process. This I have executed close inventory procedure. Suppose I went to here and I clicked on close inventory and I have processed. Then suppose I want to post a transaction on 27th Feb. One invoice I need to post. Then it will not allow. It will not allow the transaction to be posted if you have executed inventory closing. Understood? It will restrict. Whereas here it will allow you to post the backdated one. I mean to say before this date you can post a transaction 27th Feb 22. It will allow you. Understood? The difference between these two, one is you can select options to filter the items. Filter is available in this recalculation. Filter is not available in this calculation. Second option is here in this one, it will allow you to post, it will not, in this closing inventory, it will not allow you to post the like the date of previous date of this inventory closing date entries. Like suppose vendor invoice I have received, I want to update on 27th February. 27th Feb, I need to enter, I need to post an invoice. Then it will not allow if you executed inventory closing, close inventory. If it is a recalculation, it will allow. Understood? The major difference between this one and this one.
Yes.
Okay, so usually if it is a little bit complex interview, the interviewer may ask what is the difference between recalculation and inventory closing. What is the difference between recalculation and inventory closing? This may be maybe inventory people, like logistics people, they may ask. So you need to be able to answer this question, straightforward question answers you should know. Okay, any doubt in this? Anyone? I hope it is clear. Now let me explain you one more checkbox. Item model group, include physical value. Include physical value. Suppose this one FIFO, I have selected include physical value. Okay, so if you select this checkbox, what happens? Let us understand. Let me quickly create a new item. FIFO 8. Physical. Another item I'm creating. Now I'm selecting FIFO physical inventory. This one. FIFO physical inventory. Include physical value. Include physical value item I'm selecting. Item model group, this one. Let us understand what is the difference between these two. As I told you, each and every checkbox is most important. You can revisit my video recording session and try to learn this one as much as possible. Try to spend more time. If you want to become a costing, you want to be very much clear about inventory costing process, then you need to learn this one. Now I have created a new item. On hand inventory is available, 0. Nothing here. Nothing here. It's blank. Now let me do quickly a purchase order. Item like vendor 1005, site and warehouse. Click OK. FIFO 8, physical, ten quantity at the rate of 100 I have created. Now if you verify on hand inventory, refresh, one line is got created with the ordered in total. It is, give me a minute. Yeah, ordered in total is showing 10. If you click on this one, it will show you ordered in total. Now I am doing confirmation. I'm doing confirmation. I'm doing product receipt. Receipt tab, generate area base, product receipt button. Date, click OK. Now product receipt is updated. If you verify on hand inventory, if I refresh, what happens? Anyone guess? You know this one already? I did product receipt. What happens in the on hand inventory? Please. Hello, are you able to hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So now I did product receipt. What happens?
Physical
Normal
inventory will be,
physical inventory will be updated and
yeah.
physical cost amount will be updated. Am I right? This one we know. Any doubt in this?
No.
Nothing. Am I right? Look at this one now. Look at this one. Physical amount is updated, but cost price also updating. Earlier, it is at the time of invoice only cost price is updated. Agree? Earlier, this is not included. Now, because of this checkbox, include physical value. Include physical value. Because of this checkbox, at the time of cost price calculation, the physical cost amount also including, means received quantity also will be included in the cost price calculation if you enable this checkbox. So in real time scenario, if you want really, you can enable this checkbox. Understood? Is it today too much information at a time for everyone? Is it too much information today?
No, it's okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So I have explained about this FIFO weighted average methods and include checkbox. Now I would like to stop here. Okay, I want everyone should be practiced. Whoever is looking for a job change and whoever is want to get into Dynamics world, Dynamics 365 F&O, you need to practice today by today. Go through the video recording sessions. Yesterday, whatever I have explained, that is for item model group, check boxes. Today it is inventory costing. Of course, it is a big subject, very, very big subject. CMA, ICWA. If you know ICWA or CMA, then it is more about inventory costing. There are big subject. It is a very, very huge subject, inventory costing. In that, a few topics you have learned today. A very, very few small amount of, maybe in ICWA, if it is 100% are there, you have learned only 5 to 10%. 5 to 10% subject you have learned. Of course, this knowledge can be enhanced once you practice with the system. Once you practice with the system, then only you will understand this process. Okay, I hope everyone will do practice, even though you have lot of work at your office, at your home, or whatever it may be. Please practice and come back to me with issues, whether you are able to understand with your questions and all those things. Come back to me. So if you do, because in 2 hours whatever I have explained, it may take for you many hours, because if you do mistake like I have not entered a purchase order price, quantity wrong, then you cannot understand. Once again you have to create a new item. Don't do modifications on that one. So whatever the way I have explained, the same similar manner, try to practice. In between, if you did mistake something, you can leave that item and create a new item and try to do it like this. One is FIFO, one is LIFO, one is weighted average, and try to understand what is going on each stage. Before refreshing here, you need to calculate what is going on. In real-time scenario, whether we will verify this one like this? No, we will not. System will do the process. You need not to do anything. But for understanding purpose, you are doing like this one. If any customizations are happened, if it is any something happened, or some integrations happening, or if you are doing some kind of testings, then you need to understand this one in depth about this process. In depth about this process. Otherwise, it is system will take care about all those things. Without this knowledge, also you can become a consultant. But I don't want my students should not be like a generic consultant like other people. He should be strong in basics. This is one of the basic pillars of the building. Okay, so try to do practice and come back to me if you are not able to understand, what extent you are able to understand, whatever you are not able to understand, let us discuss tomorrow morning once again, so that you can understand, like at least if you practice, you will get to know what is the complexity and all these things. Okay, try to practice and come back to me tomorrow. Okay, I'm stopping here. Of course, 6-7 minutes before I'm stopping today, because it is little bit too much information for you. We'll connect once again tomorrow morning. Okay, see you all. Bye.